Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson is all over the news yet again after postponing the fight, and somehow the narrative is always against Mike Tyson. He was called old, weak, and everyone seemed to take pity on him and trash Jake Paul for picking this fight. Jake Paul, on the other hand, seems to be in a lose-lose situation, yet one question remains: why did he choose Mike Tyson? In today's video, we'll be taking a look at some of the overshadowed facts about this fight and discuss, will this fight retire Jake Paul? But before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe. All right, let's get started. After winning a significant fight in 1988 by knocking out Michael Spinks, Tyson's training regimen began to decline. This decline culminated in his defeat by James "Buster" Douglas on February 11, 1990, marking the end of his unbeatable aura. In 1992, Tyson was imprisoned for rape, emerging 3 years later as a tarnished figure in boxing. Over the years, he fought 15 times, with his most notable bout in 2002 against Lennox Lewis, the reigning champion at the time. Despite being favored by experts, Tyson lost in the 8th round, succumbing to a powerful right hook. Another setback came on July 30th, 2004, when he faced British boxer Danny Williams, losing by knockout in the 4th round. Tyson's final professional match occurred on June 11th, 2005 against Kevin McBride. Like many boxers of his generation, McBride admired Tyson's legacy. Tyson's influence extended beyond the ring. He was a global icon. McBride's journey into boxing began less glamorously in 1992 when he competed for Ireland in the Summer Olympics. His professional career had a modest start, marked by a defeat in 1998 by journeyman Michael Murray, who had previously lost 7 consecutive fights. Among McBride's losses, his defeat to Axel Schultz stands out as the most significant setback. Before his fight with Schultz, Tyson made a change in his corner, replacing trainer Freddie Roach with former super bantamweight champion Jeff Finich. In the ring, Tyson seemed off his game, perhaps due to his knee injury, which he blamed for his loss to Danny Williams. Throughout the fight, Tyson appeared slow and sluggish, allowing McBride to pick him apart. Despite landing some punches in the 3rd and 4th rounds, Tyson struggled as McBride frequently clinched and leaned on him to wear him down. Tyson's punches lacked their usual power, and he found himself unable to effectively counter McBride's strategy. Although the bout lacked excitement, Tyson continued to press forward, showing determination even in the face of adversity. In the fight, McBride, a towering heavyweight, wasn't throwing many punches, opting to conserve his energy. In the 5th round, there was a concerning moment when McBride held his face, indicating possible discomfort or injury. By the 6th round, after several slow-paced rounds, Tyson attempted to hyperextend McBride's elbow during a clinch, resulting in a 2-point deduction for intentional fouls. Tyson repeated these fouls and, seeming exhausted, fell to the canvas. It's unclear whether he quit on his stool before the 7th round began. Reflecting on his performance, Tyson admitted he lacked the fighting spirit he once had. McBride emerged as the winner by technical knockout, ending the fight on a positive note for him. This victory solidifies McBride's legacy, and what he chooses to pursue next, whether it's music, racing, or something entirely different, is entirely up to him. However, the fight marks a high point in his career, allowing him to retire with pride. Now, in a way, you could say that McBride ended Mike Tyson's career. Now, fast forward to today, and Mike Tyson has the chance to do something similar. He has the opportunity to retire a young rising boxer, Jake Paul. Although Jake Paul didn't begin his career in boxing, he somehow found his way into the sport despite having millions of followers on social media. When he started boxing, he had no idea it would lead to this moment. A social media personality turning into a boxer and facing a legend of the sport in the ring. In a way, this could be the pinnacle of Jake Paul's career. Known for jumping fully into whatever he's interested in, Jake Paul started on Vine, then moved to YouTube, tried music, and he's into boxing. If he wins the fight, he could retire on a high note, boasting that he beat a legend of the sport. On the other hand, even if Jake Paul loses badly to a retired Mike Tyson, he might still choose to retire. A loss would show him that he can't compete with the top fighters, making him question why he should continue boxing. In this way, Mike Tyson could end Jake Paul's career unexpectedly, just as an Irish fighter ended Tyson's own career. However, Jake Paul is unpredictable, so it's hard to say exactly what he might do next. The possibilities are certainly on the table. Jake Paul's first career loss was a tough pill to swallow, affecting him more mentally than physically. However, he quickly bounced back and announced his return to the ring by spring. This time, his opponent was none other than Nate Diaz, who had recently left the UFC and signed a contract to fight Jake. Fans had mixed reactions to this matchup, but Jake was thrilled. The fight itself was unpredictable. Nate, known for taking a lot of hits, looked more like a punching bag for most of the bout. Towards the end, he became more active, working with jabs and engaging in clinches, but he never really posed a threat to Jake, who secured an important win. After this fight, Jake appeared on a podcast with Mike Tyson, sharing his thoughts on future fights and potential opponents. He expressed a desire to fight Tommy Fury again, but didn't consider Mike Tyson as an opponent at the time. However, plans for a rematch with Tommy fell through, leaving Jake to accept fights with professional boxers who, while having decent records, were relatively unknown. Jake handled these fights with ease, showcasing his knockout power and clear dominance over his opponents. His confidence grew, and he began to call himself the face of boxing, a claim that many found humorous. Jake won his last fight on March 2nd and wasted no time announcing a new shocking bout. He signed a contract to fight Mike Tyson, a match scheduled for July 20th, which sadly got postponed because of a medical emergency Mike Tyson had. When this matchup was initially announced, most people were completely confused, and some were even outraged about the fact that Jake Paul was fighting someone who is nearly 60 years old, but that didn't discourage Tyson. Mike Tyson is aware that a lot of people think he will lose just because of his age, although there are some people who believe he will win. Old supporters and people who watched him way back when he was in his prime, Joe Rogan is one of those firm believers. Let me get one thing clear. Jake Paul understands the danger he's getting into. He witnessed the difference when he fought Tommy Fury between him and a professional boxer, and he can probably understand that fighting Tyson and getting hit by him will be the end of his career. But why is he doing this? Well, he already once retired. For people who followed him throughout his career, they know that he goes from one thing to another. It's probably his thrill to do as much as possible while he still can. And claiming that he fought Mike Tyson while he was still a boxer will probably be his biggest achievement in that field. No one will be able to take that away from him. Whether he's doing music next or something totally different is up to him. But with this fight, he will retire on a high note. So do you think Jake Paul will retire after the fight? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.